Alright, so I've been covering the Young Philly case for quite a while now. I've made like over 5 videos on the subject. And somehow what I'm going to talk about in this video just went right over my head. But to keep it simple, Young Philly, yet again, just caught another case. This is his third case he's caught while out on court. And as you guys know already, the first case was he apparently like sexually assaulted and R-worded a woman in his hotel room in Perth, Australia after his performance at like a bar slash nightclub that she was present at. The second time he was charged was he was caught speeding while out on bail. And I made videos about both of these incidents, so you want to go watch that. I recommend it because there's a lot more context and you know, I give my opinion about it. Now, the most recent time he was charged was because a British tourist who was visiting Spain accused Young Philly of sexual assault in a hotel room in Magaluf, Spain, after Young Philly's performance at a popular resort. And according to Metro, a judge in Palma says the Major Can capital is investigating the alleged assault, which, despite it being false or not, it is good that they're taking it seriously. Now, the woman did report the incident after returning from her holiday. Now, this is kind of odd to me because I don't know why she didn't report it while she was in Spain. Because if this did happen, wouldn't you want to report it as soon as possible? Because again, I said this multiple times, because the more you wait, the more harder it is to obtain evidence. Like, I don't really get why you waited, because it seems like you're already planning on telling the police. But obviously this doesn't make her like completely like guilty, like, oh, she's lying because she waited until she got home to tell the police. I mean, there are valid reasons why you would wait. I think one of them is because, you know, you're not from Spain, so maybe you feel more comfortable telling the police when you're back at home. And two, you probably want to go to an English-speaking country so that there's no miscommunication and so that the authorities can actually understand what you're saying. But then again, that kind of goes out the window because Spanish police are required to know English, especially if they're in a very tourist place like where she was. So I'm sure that the police did know English. Not sure how good they were at English, but I'm sure that's probably enough that if she went up there and addressed, you know, what happened, they would understand what she's saying. So again, not saying that this makes her totally like guilty, but I think it is a little strange that she waited. Even though the police there most likely did speak English. Now, I also want to add that if, you know, you've ever been essayed or, you know, R-worded, I know it's hard, but try to go to the police as soon as possible, because if you wait, again, the harder it is to obtain this evidence. And if you're thinking the police will not take it seriously, they will. I don't know where this misconception came from that they don't. They take cases like that very seriously. And again, the alleged assaults occurred after Philly performed at a beach club in Magaluf. The woman claims she met him in the club and later bumped into him at a nearby nightclub. She told the police that the alleged R-word incident happened after she had consensual intercourse with one of Young Philly's friends in a hotel room, and she somehow ended up alone with Young Philly, and this is where the alleged assault happened, when they were alone. Now, I think it's so strange that she had intercourse with someone that she barely even knew, which was Young Philly's friend. So this makes me believe that she probably parties a lot, probably drinks a lot, and just have intercourse with random people at these clubs. Because I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't have intercourse with someone I barely even knew. I wouldn't even think if I was tipsy, I would still do it. But again, that doesn't mean it did not happen. It still could have happened, and she still could have lived that lifestyle and still can't get R-worded and sexually assaulted. And by the way, I saw people get mad at me for saying R-word. I have to, or this video will be demonetized, okay? If I was allowed to say it, I would just say it, okay? But British authorities then contacted the Spanish civil guard, who passed the details on to an investigating court in Palma. And it seems like the Spanish authorities have contacted Australian authorities, probably to build a better case against Young Philly and to question him. And to my great knowledge of reading articles, it's unclear if Spanish authorities have questioned the woman's story, which is not surprising because usually authorities don't question a woman's story, they kind of just like go with it. Oh yes, you had intercourse with a random guy at a nightclub. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I think that authorities should question a woman's story because a lot of times it just doesn't make sense. Like, for example, the first time Young Philly was charged for pretty much the same exact crime, the woman that accused him of, you know, R-wording her and sexually assaulting her willingly got in his car and went back to the hotel room with him and followed him all the way back to his hotel room. And then Young Philly like literally asked her, either you're having sex with me right now or you're leaving. And she stayed. So I don't know, maybe the woman gave more details and explained her story. Either it's going to make sense or it's not. And don't worry guys, I do find it strange that Young Philly is being accused of the same exact thing. And it does not say anywhere if this was before or after the other girl the Australian girl went to the authorities. So I'm just wondering like how long it took her to go to the authorities. Like, did she immediately do it after she got back from her holiday? And if so, why are we just now hearing about it? Or did she recently tell the police? Which this assault happened last summer, by the way. So she waited like almost an entire year to tell the authorities. And if that's the case, which I don't think it is, then she's probably telling a lie. But I actually have some updates about the Australian case. Young Philly has pleaded not guilty. So he's obviously pretty much saying that he did not do it. Now, will he win that lawsuit or not? We'll have to see. And in other news, Young Philly was spotted for the first time in 5 months on March 11th, leaving the court after being granted a $48,000 bond bail. When he was approached by reporters, he commented, "It's a lovely day." It seems like he had a good day. Again, declining to elaborate on his situation. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you. Again, if there is any more updates on this case, I will for sure make an update video. Or if Young Philly gets any more charges, I'll for sure make a video about that. And on June 11th, I think he's going to appear back in court for the final time, at least for this case, where it's finally going to be revealed if he's guilty or not. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Please tell me what you guys think, if he's guilty or not. I would like to hear it. I would like to hear your opinion, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.